right, good morning slash afternoon, friends. It's your girl Anna MC coming at you. We're getting started in about 10 minutes for your 12 p.m. flow. We're gonna move today. We're gonna get like flowy and groovy. Um, yeah, I put a playlist up on Spotify for you. You can find that on my personal Instagram at the.anna.mc, or find my Spotify account, Anna MC. We're using BSY Volume 1 today if you want to get that synced up. So yeah, throw your mats out. We'll get started in about 10 minutes. Be right back, friends. Okay, well, Okay. Let's see if this. Okay, yay. Technology. Y'all, I can't even right now. Technology fights me every day. Every day. I'm hoping my phone doesn't die on you during this because it was just at 90%. Now it's at 30%. What? I know. So I've got you plugged into the world's longest extension cord, courtesy of my landlord, who's here fixing, guess what? More broken technology. It's dope. Love it. So good afternoon, my friends, my yogis, my darlings. We're getting started in just a few minutes. If we don't know each other, my name is Anna MC. You can find me on Instagram at the.anna.mc. I posted a playlist for you today. We're gonna move, we're gonna groove, we're gonna get like flowy, flowy, flow. So get ready, friends. And as always, if you can, if you're able to, if you have the means, please donate on blackswanyoga.com/live. There's a little thing. Let's make a donation to our teachers. We appreciate it. But even if you can't, I'm so happy that you are here because it's a beautiful day in Austin, Texas, and we're gonna move our bodies. So start to get set up. I'm gonna do my best with this technology here to keep this stream alive and going like a little precious baby chick. All right, friends, we'll get started shortly. All right, I'm just gonna check on this one more time, friends, and then we're gonna get moving. So it does look like I have an active charge going. Cool. All right. So, welcome. Good afternoon, my beautiful darling yogis. My name is Anna MC. We're gonna get going. If you're using that playlist I posted for you, go ahead and get it queued up. And then let's start to settle in. I'm gonna recommend starting seated on your shins today. If that's not accessible or comfortable for you, just start any comfortable seat. And yeah, before we get going, I'm gonna talk at you for a second. Today, I want to explore the act of celebration on our mats, right? As we all know, right now things are challenging and uncertain and scary, and they can be even depressing, right? I know that I personally am having a very hard time right now. But the other day, I had a student reach out to me who I've been seeing flow with me continuously, and I don't know them. And they actually live in a different city in Texas. And it kind of just occurred to me that as sad as I am to not be able to be in person with you all, that I'm able to connect with people all over because of this. I have friends flowing with me in different states that have never been able to practice with me before. I have students from Black Swan and from previous yoga studios flowing together. And then I have people that are new students to me in different cities that I get to continuously flow with. And I just was so grateful for that. And I really want to invite that sense of celebration and gratitude in because really things aren't great right now, but we still have to take those moments, right, for ourselves to invite joy in. So that's going to be the intention for this practice. We'll take a moment to set personal intentions as well, but I just want to throw that out there at you to kind of start inviting this idea into your body and practice today. So we're going to start in the seat, my friends. I'm going to do palms facing up today for openness. You can take hands to heart for an act of gratitude. Whatever you need to do, close your eyes. We'll begin with a few breaths. So the way it's going to work is we're going to take one cleansing breath, and then we'll take 3 7-second breaths, inhaling for 7 and exhaling for 7. Let's inhale to exhale. Take a deep breath in, and a big breath out. Empty all the way out. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. You can stay here for just a moment with your eyes closed. Now here, I want you to just take a little moment of reflection, and bring to mind one thing that you have to celebrate today. There's one thing you have to be grateful for, and shine a light on that. Maybe it's simply the fact that you're able to move your body today. It's one thing to really celebrate. Invite it in right now. Come back to that thing as you move. Just take a big breath in. Big breath out. And open your eyes. Let's get moving. We're going to start nice and easy today with some shoulder shrugs. Take the shoulders up, back, down, and forward. Nice, big, juicy shoulder rolls. Getting those little crunchies out. Y'all, 12 p.m. is early for me. I know, don't judge me, but it is what it is. So I'm still crunchy from sleep. Change directions. Coming back, up, forward, and down. Ooh. Take one shoulder forward, one shoulder backward. Get weird with it. And make sure you have plenty of space to move today. Change directions. This is the funky way. One way always feels weirder. Yeah, then take both shoulders up and back. All right, we're going to work with some seated cat-cows. If you haven't done it before, it will feel weird. Just go with it, all right? So again, seated on the shins or however else feels good. Palms face down on the thighs. For our seated cow pose, we're going to wrap the elbows back to the ribs and inhale to arch the spine forward, lifting the gaze up to open through the throat. I really hope y'all can hear all my birds singing right now. Yes, my backyard birds. Hold here, big breath in. On the exhale, start by drawing your navel in, hollowing, scooping, and rounding back, chin tucking to the chest. Inhale, elbows pull back, heart pulls through, look up. Exhale, hollow and round. Again, inhale, pull forward. Exhale, round it out. Who cares if you look weird? Do it a few more times. Really long, noisy, steady breaths. Good, my darlings. All right, come through center. On an inhale, take both arms up, plug the shoulders down. Take your left hand outside your left hip to the floor. And on the exhale, let's tip it over to the left. Roll your right shoulder back into the socket to square. Extend energy through the tips of your fingers and focus your breath into the right side body. So today, we're going to be exploring our stabilizers, right? What are our stabilizers? Well, they're our ankles, they're our wrists, and they're all these sweet little muscles in our side body. So that's going to be what we're focusing in on today. Inhale, take it up through center, shoulders plugged down. Exhale, tip it over to the right. Roll the left shoulder down and back. Focus the breath into the left rib cage. I hope y'all are ready to get weird, because that's what we're doing. And inhale to take it up. On the exhale, let's take a little seated twist. Take your right hand outside your left thigh, left hand behind you. Press hand and leg into each other and look over your left shoulder if that feels good. Keep breathing here, yogis. Just want to make sure that this is still good. Okay. Amazing. And exhale to release that twist. Switch sides. Left hand outside the right leg. Right hand behind. Press and look over the right shoulder. and exhale to release. All right, so let's get weird for the first time today. We're gonna take our right hand back behind us, just outside the right hip. Take your left arm up in the air. From there, we're going to drive our hips upward and then just reach that left arm overhead, focusing the breath into the front line of the body. Good. On the exhale, look down to your right, lower your hips down and plant your left hand outside your right thigh. Then we're going to go hand over hand to take this on the other side. Left hand comes back behind, right arm reaches up. Inhale to drive the hips up, look overhead. Look down, lower the hips as you take your right hand down. We're simply going to start to make this motion a little more fluid. Inhaling to drive the hips up, reach overhead. Exhale to lower and circle around. Inhale, hips lift up. Exhale, circle, make it bigger. Inhale up. Exhale, circle around. It's like you're drawing circles in the sand. Inhale up. Exhale, pull it around. Inhale up. How can it be an act of celebration? Can it be a dance? Oh yeah, a couple more times. Start to make it smaller, less dramatic, until it becomes stillness. Ooh. I just think that's fun. It's a great way to get into the breath and to get things flowing and grooving just a little bit. If you know me, you know I don't normally teach like really dancey flows, but that's what we're doing today, darlings. So start to make your way to a tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to find some standard cat-cows now. Don't worry, we will move a lot today. We're just taking our time to warm up. Soften through the elbows. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round. Again, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Do this a few more times and notice how it feels different in your body than your seated cat-cow. Also, feel free to explore other variations here. Circling the spine and hips. Taking some wrist variations is probably a good idea. Turn the fingers to face in toward each other and then take a cat-cow. Play with bending the elbows, shifting left and right. Yeah, let's warm up the wrists for sure today. Forward, backward. Now turn your fingers away from each other. So that the left fingers facing the left edge of the mat, the right fingers facing the right edge of the mat, shifting forward, backward, left and right, bending the elbows. Take a cat-cow. Turn the fingers in toward the thighs now. Palms are still on the mat. Little shift forward, backward, getting into the forearms and wrists. Little cat-cow. Good, now place your palms facing up, fingers facing in toward the body. So we're on the backs of our hands now. Little shift forward, backward. Side to side. Cat-cow. Good, and come back to your standard tabletop. We're on our wrists, we're on our hands, wrists underneath the shoulders, one cat-cow. Good, now from here, tuck your toes. We're going to hover the knees about 2 to 3 inches off the ground for what we at Black Swan Yoga like to call beast pose. We're hugging the navel in. We're looking toward the top line of the mat to keep length in the neck, and you're finding your nastiest, ugliest beast breath. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Again. Get ugly, friends. I'm talking like that cartoon bull with steam coming out its nose, all right? Fire up your breath. One more. Good. Hold for the inhale. And down dog on the exhale. All right, darlings, take a few beats in this first down dog to just check in with the body, to explore it, pedaling it out, Maybe lift the hips, windshield wiper to the left or right. And as you do this, make sure your foundation is strong. Hands are shoulder distance. Fingers are spreading and rooting wide. The navel's drawing upward to lift the tailbone. The feet are about inner hip distance apart. Good. Now from your down dog, on an inhale, let's roll forward to a high plank. Shoulders over the wrists, heels actively reaching back. Look at the top edge of your mat. One breath in, one breath out. Now we come to a tabletop. Drop your knees down. From your tabletop, we're going to turn our right toes over to the right so that the shin is now paralleling the top edge of the mat. Then you're going to extend your left leg long. So we're rolling onto our right wrist, and then inhale to reach your left arm overhead. So we're taking a sort of modified, we're going to call it a stargazer pose. It's a variation of stargazer, or it's even a variation of a supported side plank, right? So my right shin is running the same direction as my top edge of my mat. My left leg is extended, toes are pointed. I'm reaching that left arm overhead today. Breathe here. Opening up through the sideline of the body. Roll that right rib cage open. Good. Now from here, we're going to look down at the right wrist. We're going to take that left hand down, stay with me, and then just like we did earlier in that circle, right, we're going to start to go hand over hand to turn to face our left leg for a half split. Now my right shin is paralleling the long side of my mat. My left toes are flexing up toward the face. We changed our perspective, right? Common theme today. So, left leg is extended, toes are flexing up. You can always keep a gentle bend in the left knee. We're now facing the back side of our mat. Inhales, navel in, lengthen the spine, lift the heart. Exhales to deepen. If you flowed with me last night for our chill flow, we really worked into the hammies. So you might be feeling that a little bit today. Just breathe through it. One breath in, one breath out. Good. Now we're going to bend into the left knee, knee over ankle. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee off the mat for an engaged low lunge. Find a little wrapping back of your left hip to activate your left glute and firm up your right thigh. We're lengthening through the spine here. Now from here, plant the right hand and inhale your left arm up for a twist. Roll the left rib cage open. Make sure your left hand is aligned with your shoulder. We're plugging that shoulder down. Try to remove that weight out of your right wrist. Just hold here for a breath. Now from here, we're going to step that left foot back to meet the right to find a side plank. Wrist under the shoulder, press the ground away like you don't want none of that business. Now you can always take a supported side plank similar to that stargazer we just did. Whew. From here, right, we've got this long line of energy. We're going to float that left foot. We're going to flip it over for a wild thing. Drive the hips up, reach that left arm overhead here. Still pressing the ground away, opening the front line of the body. Hold here for an inhale. On the exhale, flip over to a high plank. From your high plank, I'm going to come down to the knees. We're going to roll forward, lower all the way to the mat. Elbows squeeze the ribs, toes on top. Baby cobra on the inhale. Peel your heart up, squeeze your elbows back, press the tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale, release down. Tuck your toes, high plank, inhale, press up. Down dog, exhale, shift back. Take a few beats, pedal it out. So, knees to the mat to baby cobra is the flow that I'm going to be working with today. It's the flow I'm going to offer you. You can always skip your flows, you don't have to do them. Or you can take chaturanga and up dog if that's already in your practice. You can do it safely and sustainably. Just remember, we don't want to experience any low back or shoulder pain using those flows. So do your best to use a flow that feels good for your body. And remember, yoga is a practice of non-violence. All right, so this is our series from down dog. Let's clear it out, and we'll do this on our second side. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, high plank, roll forward, shoulders over wrists, thighs firm. And then we exhale to our tabletop. Drop down to your knees and untuck your toes. From here, we're going to turn that left shin to parallel the short edge of the mat. Extend the right leg long, point through the toes, and inhale the right arm overhead. So we're breathing here, rolling the left rib cage open, plugging the right shoulder down into the socket, but finding this long line of energy from the tips of our toes through the tips of our fingers. Just breathe here for a moment in this modified stargazer. Good. From here, look down towards your left hand. We're going to take that right hand down, and we're going to start to circle to our half split top of the mat. So that left shin turns to parallel the long edge of the mat. Right toes flexing up toward the face. Fingers can always come to blocks here. You can always keep a gentle bend in the knee. Maybe play with pointing and extending the toes or turning them to the right and left. But we'll stay here for a few breaths. All right, darlings. On the inhale, come forward to your low lunge. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. Right knee over the ankle, roll that right hip slightly back to activate the glute. Make sure that left leg is working a lot. Left hand grounds. Inhale your right arm up, roll open. Draw the shoulder into the socket. Make sure your hand is aligned with your shoulder and not collapsing behind it, right? We're going to hold here for the inhale. On the exhale, step back to your side plank. Press the ground away because you don't want none of that. We're still rolling open. Again, you can take a modified side plank here. You can float a leg for a challenge. Stay here. We're going to float that right leg, flip it over, and inhale to drive the hips up. Wild thing. Reaching that right arm overhead, opening the front line of the body. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, high to low plank, lower half or all the way down. Baby cobra or up dog on the inhale, and downward facing dog on the exhale. Darlings, we're going to do this. One breath, one movement. That does not necessarily mean fast. Try to stay with me. Take it slow and steady, and just listen for the cues, because we're going to be spinning all around our mat, all right? Changing our perspectives. Let's clear it out. From down dog, big breath in. Big breath out. Let's do it. Inhale, high plank, roll forward. Exhale, tabletop, knees down. Right toes turn. Inhale, stargazer. Extend your left leg. Exhale, half split, back of the mat. We circle around. Inhale, low lunge, twist. Engage and reach your left arm up. Exhale, side plank, step back. Inhale, wild thing, flip over, hips drive high. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Woo! Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Again, inhale, high plank, roll forward. Tabletop, exhale. Left toes turn, stargazer, inhale. Exhale, half split, circle around. Inhale, low lunge, twist. Exhale, side plank. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do it once more with feeling on each side. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's do it. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, stargazer, right toes turn. Exhale, half split, circle around, new perspective. Inhale, low lunge, twist. Exhale, side plank. Inhale, wild thing. How can it be a celebration? Exhale, high to low plank. Baby cobra. Down dog. Woo! Big breath in. Big breath out. One more time. Inhale, high plank. How can you find joy in these movements? Exhale, tabletop. Woo! Turn your toes. Inhale, stargazer. Exhale, half splits. It's a dance. Inhale, low lunge twist. Exhale, side plank. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. And exhale, down, facing dog. Are we warm yet, friends? Yeah. Take a very brief child's pose. Very brief. Cool, cool. The phone is still charging, so that's good. Quick child's pose. Catch your breath. Get a little sip of water if you need it. We're going to start to work into some bigger shapes in just a moment, and we'll slow things down. That's the end of one breath today. So just ground back down. Allow the breath to slow and steady. Maybe here you have a moment of gratitude for your heartbeat, for the sweat on your skin, for the sun shining in the sky, for your ability to be here, moving today. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Let's get moving. Inhale to tabletop, pull forward. Down dog, exhale, hips go up and back. I really want to flow in this hoodie, y'all. I'm having wardrobe issues. From down dog, inhale your right leg up, flex your toes toward the ground. We're going to keep that hip square. Hold here, lift it a little bit higher. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Roll forward, squeeze through your obliques. Inhale, send your leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, twist it, hold it, fall in triangle, extend your right leg, and inhale your left arm up. We're on the sole of the left foot. We're on the pinky toe edge of the right. We're still pressing the ground away because we still don't want none of what they're offering us. Hold here, big inhale. Exhale, plant your hand. Inhale, three-legged dog. Send your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Step through. Pause here. We're going to get weird, all right? So stick with it. From this low lunge, come to the tips of your fingers. Look forward. We're going to find a little bit of a lift here, engaging through our center and our glutes. From here, on an inhale, start to come up through a high lunge. Turn towards your left, bend into your left knee, and extend your right leg. So this is a rainbow warrior. If you're like, what are you talking about? Look at me. Breathe here. So we've got the left knee over the ankle, knee and toe pointing the same direction. Right toes flexing up. Right elbow bent in, left arm extended, like we're like dabbing, right? Breathing here, challenging our stabilizers. Our core is working a lot, working that right ankle. Breathe. So the way I found out about this pose was I asked my friend one day what she was teaching because I was very uninspired. She said, I'm teaching Rainbow Warrior. And I said, well, I don't know what that is, but I know that I am one. This is Rainbow Warrior, my friends. I make myself laugh. That's all that matters. From here, from your beautiful Rainbow Warrior, on an inhale, let's come up through a flying warrior. So we're going to ground all 10 toes. Now turn all 10 toes to point toward the top of your mat. So we've got our feet hip distance apart, arms up, palms facing in toward each other. Now, like you're presenting a gift, we did something similar to this last night. Start to reach your arms and heart forward. So you've got this present in your hands, right? And the person you want to give it to is 6 feet away from you. So you have to really, really reach. Present the package. Present it. I got it for you. Thought a lot about it. You mean a lot to me. And then from here, fold down to your pyramid pose. Now, we want all 10 toes pointing forward, both legs straight. If your front leg will not straighten, simply shorten your stance. Step your left foot further forward. Let the torso fold down here. We're pressing through the right heel to wrap the right hip back, through the left heel evenly to wrap the left hip forward. Fingers can always come to books or blocks. Release the tension in your face. If you're really struggling here, know that you're not alone, but kind of notice what's going on, right? Notice how you're talking to yourself or your body or the world in this moment of struggle. And then ask yourself if that's really serving you, or if you can shift your perspective, if you can adjust to make this pose fit your body better. Instead of trying to force your body somewhere it physically can't go, there's no point in that. Stay here, full breath in, full breath out. Good, now from here, we're gonna look forward, right? We're gonna take our hands up toward our hips. We're leaning the heart forward here. We're bending into that right knee. Challenging your stabilizers today, right? So, start to pull the weight into the right leg and float your left leg for your warrior three. Those toes are dialing down. We're flexing through the heel. Your hands can come off of your hips here. Good. Arms come forward, palms facing in. Arms come back. Right arm forward, left arm back. And switch, and switch, and switch. Maybe you lose your balance, that's fine. Just find a little bit of play here. It's not that serious, okay? We're moving our bodies, we're breathing, that's all we're doing. From here, from this play, from this little running man situation, take both arms forward, both arms backward. Take a curtsy bow. Step your left foot back over the right edge of your mat. Belly pulling in, arms winging back. I like to think of Buckbeak bowing, or sorry, Harry Potter bowing to Buckbeak here. Finding some humility. Buckbeak, please get me out of here. Draco's being a jerk. Ooh, from here, bend a little further into that left knee and step through. Left foot meets the right. Arms go up. Take an inhale. Chair pose, settle in. We're knitting the ribs and hips closer together. We're squeezing the thighs together. The weight is in the heels. Arms up, shoulders plugging down. Good, my friends. Stay here. One breath in, one breath out. And from here, on an inhale, let's wing the arms back, reach the heart forward. Draw your heels up off the mat. Straighten your legs out for your diver pose. Thighs are squeezing together. Navel's drawing up toward whatever's above you, as though there's a string attached and someone's pulling it. How that got there, I don't know. We're trying to be as stable as we can with our heels lifted as high as they can go. Now keep your heels off the mat. Start to bend into your knees. Start to drop your hips a little lower and reach your arms out in front of you. So we're still really engaged here, right? My hips are not all the way dropped, but they are low. My heels are still off the mat. My thighs are squeezing, and holy, whoo, this is a lot of work, right? From here, keep the heels up, draw the belly up. We're gonna start to sweep the arms back as we return to our diver pose. Yeah, y'all. From diver, we're gonna plant the hands shoulder distance. Heels are still lifted. We're gonna wrap the elbows back. We're gonna bend the elbows slightly, and we're gonna go for a crow pose. From here, we're taking like chaturanga elbows. Take your knees to the backs of your biceps. Look at the top edge of your mat. Start to shift the weight forward. Now, maybe you stay right here today with the toes on the mat. Maybe you just lift one toe. Maybe you lift both toes. Wherever you are, squeeze the thighs. Keep everything engaged and keep the elbows wrapping back toward each other. Maybe you don't even try crow pose today. Maybe you're like, what are you talking about? And you just hold that diver, or you take a nice yogi squat. Wherever you are, Take a couple breaths. We're gonna meet in a forward fold, top of the mat. So we're just meeting right here. Head hanging, knees bending generously. All right, friends, we have a few more poses. I'm gonna challenge y'all today, okay? From your forward fold, big breath in, big breath out. Inhale to roll up to standing, find your mountain pose. So, here we are, friends. A couple more poses. Then we do this on our left side, then we cool things down. So, today we're gonna work with, what are we doing first? We're gonna do dancer pose first. So, start by drawing your right heel towards your butt. Pause here. Soften the left knee. See how close you can get your heel to your butt before you grip? Notice that hamstring strength and flexibility there. Now take your right hand for the inside edge of the foot. So notice how I'm not gripping my pinky toe edge. You can see that. I'm on the inside, the arch. Zip the knees together. Re-soften your left knee. Take your left hand to your heart. And then on the inhale, begin to kick your right foot into your hand as you lift it up. Now my challenge for you today is to do a little bit less here. We often find ourselves going to this huge counterbalance to make the pose feel bigger, right? But let's just focus in on the form. Lifting the foot, kicking it into the hand, keeping the spine tall today, keeping that hip from rolling open. If you stumble, remember it's just yoga. Pick it up and do it again. There are plenty of worse things happening than falling out of a yoga pose. Be nice to yourself. Good, and inhale to release. Take your knee to your chest. Working with tree pose today. Ooh, my balance is off. Take the sole of your right foot inside your left leg. It can be below the knee. It can be above the knee. Just avoid the knee directly. We're pressing foot and leg into each other. Draw the right hip into its socket. Actively open the right knee to whatever's behind you. Now from here, how can it be a celebration? Maybe you grow your branches. Maybe you let it turn into a little dance. You're just waving in the wind, getting as weird as you want, because who cares, right? In the end of the day, who cares? You're in your home. No one can see you. And even if they could, if they are judging you, that is their problem. We can't always walk through the world afraid of judgment, right? Other people's thoughts are in their heads, not ours. So, just do you. Life's a little more fun if you allow yourself to be a little more weird. Good yogis. Trees. I love trees. Beautiful trees. So strong, right? From your tree pose, I'm going to turn to face this direction. From your tree pose, let's find our mountain pose one more time. Plant your foot down. Soften, draw the ribs. Now we're going to lift that left heel toward the butt this time. Very slowly extending through your warrior three. We were just there before. And then land into your high crescent lunge. Land into the ball of your left foot so you've got the right leg forward. Arms go up. Shoulders draw down. Knit the ribs and hips in. Stay here for an inhale. Warrior two. Exhale. Seal down. Open up. Knee over ankle. Big toe forward. Pressing through the left pinky toe. Make sure you're not sassing this hip back. Draw it in, knit together. Energize finger to finger. Look with laser focus over the front middle finger. Can you rip the floor apart with your feet? Beautiful. From here on the inhale, find just a little reach forward. On the exhale, side angle, right forearm to thigh, left arm to the sky. Keep rolling the right ribcage open. Try not to dump the weight and collapse the shoulder, right? We still have all this space here. Good. Still pressing through both feet. That left shoulder is drawing down. Hand is aligned with the shoulder, not collapsing behind. From here, we're going to look down. We're going to start to reach that right hand forward, right? Drawing the weight into the right leg to float the left leg for your half moon. Now your bottom hand could come to a block. It could come to some books. It can come to your heart, or it can float underneath the shoulder. Maybe you fall. We've got hip on hip, shoulder on shoulder. Flexing that left heel super actively. You can stay here Or maybe you draw your heel towards your butt, gripping for the top of that foot and giving a little pull. Just an option, you do not have to do it. We're just exploring possibilities today. Take your time. We meet in a warrior two, slow and steady. Maybe you didn't land where you want to be, so you adjust. Flip your right palm, inhale to a peaceful warrior, reaching that right arm up, find height through the right rib cage. Exhale, cartwheel two, flow. Perhaps it's a one-legged flow. We meet in downward facing dog. We got to do all this on our left side. Yes, it's a lot of shapes, but rest assured, after this, you will have time to rest. From downward facing dog, let's clear it out. Big breath in, big breath out. All right, let's do it, yogis. Left leg up on the inhale, toes flex down, hips squares. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, pull forward, squeeze through the obliques. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, twist it, hold it, extend it, fallen triangle. Inhale that right arm up. We're on the whole sole of the right foot, the pinky toe edge of the left. We're pressing the ground away because guess what? We still don't want none of that. Hold for the big breath in. Exhale, plant your hand. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, low lunge, step through, pause. Fingertips, look forward, firm up the legs. On an inhale, we're going to start to come up through our high lunge. Turn towards your right, bend into your right knee, and extend your left leg long, rainbow warrior. So, in our rainbow warrior, right, we're still engaged through center. Left toes are flexing up. We got our funny little dab arms, okay? Just breathing, holding it. Maybe experiencing a new sensation of this new shape. Make sure the right knee and toe are pointing the same direction. So it's very similar to Skandasana. Only now our center of gravity is a lot higher. Good. On the inhale, we come up through flying warrior, so we ground both heels. Turn all 10 toes to point forward, palms facing in. You've got a present, you want to give it to someone, but oh no, they're 6 feet away from you. Start to reach forward. Reach forward. So we're really lengthening the spine. We have a really strong core here. Please take the present. I really want to give it to you because I care about you a lot and I've thought a lot about it. When you can't reach forward anymore, fold down, pyramid. If your front leg is super bent, step your back foot a little further forward. Feet are on railroad tracks, not a tight rope. We're finding some surrender over the left leg. Notice if your left side is significantly different than your right. Mine is. So maybe here, I shorten my stance a little bit more. Press into the left heel to roll the left hip back, through the right heel to wrap the right hip forward, strengthening as we stretch. Spending a little more time in these challenging places. Good, full breath cycle here. Good. Look forward, take your hands to your hips. We're finding a nice long, strong spine here. Bending into that left knee. We start to shift the weight to the left foot as we float the right leg for our warrior three. Square that right hip down, flex the heel, draw the ribs in. Take both arms forward. Take both arms back. Right arm forward, left arm back. Switch. 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 Can it be fun? Can you allow yourself to not take things so seriously, okay? We're just playing. We're just exploring our bodies and what they're capable of in this current moment, right? Maybe you fall out and you even let that be a celebration. Come back to your warrior three. Both arms forward. Both arms backward. curtsy, take a bow. Step that right foot toward the left edge of your mat. Got that left knee bent. Drawing the navel in, winging the shoulders back. Buck beak, please take me out of this place. Woo. Humility. From here, bend a little further into the right knee. Step your right foot through to meet your left. Arms go up. Inhale. Chair pose. Exhale. Sink the hips down. Squeeze the thighs. Knit the ribs and hips in. So we're finding a neutral pelvis here instead of dropping the hips way down. I know things are burning, friends. Stick with it. How do you handle it? From here, on the inhale, arms wing back. Heart reaches forward. Thighs squeeze as the heels lift. Diver pose. Navel drawing up and in here. Can you just be suspended? A fly trapped in amber. I always think of Jurassic Park. God. From here, we're going to keep the heels up. Start to bend the knees. Start to drop the hips. Arms begin to reach forward. The hips are not going to drop all the way down because we want to stay engaged. The navel's still in. The glutes and thighs are working a lot. And my stabilizers and my heels, or not heels, my ankles are working quite a bit. From here, start to draw the hips back up. Straighten the legs. And find your diver pose. From your diver pose, plant your hands about shoulder distance. Our heels are still lifted. Wrap the elbows back. Draw the navel and butt up. Bend the elbows slightly. Take the backs of your knees to the backs of your arms, and then just start to shift the weight forward. Looking forward, thighs squeezing. Maybe one foot lifts. Maybe both feet lift. Maybe no feet lift. And you just hold here, getting a little more comfortable with this idea. Maybe you take a yogi squat. Wherever you are, we meet in a forward fold. Take your time. Bend your knees a lot. Head hangs heavy. Let it go. Flutter it out. Woo. All right, friends, we got a couple more shapes, then we cool down. Big breath in. Big breath out. On the inhale, come up to standing. Mountain pose. All right. Final push. From here, draw the left heel toward the left butt cheek, soften the right knee. Pause there for just a moment in this hamstring curl. Notice your natural strength and flexibility. Notice how that fires up the back line of your left thigh. Take your left hand inside your left foot. That's the arch side, the big toe side. Knees zip back together. Take the right hand to the heart today. And on the inhale, find your dancer pose. Can you keep going upward instead of forward? Kicking foot and hand into each other. Keep that right knee soft. Finding the tension of this pose, finding the drama. And come through center, release. Take the sole of your foot inside your right leg. So that can be the calf or ankle. You can even kickstand your left big toe inside the right ankle if you're having a hard time balancing today. Here, maybe it's here, maybe you use your hand to assist. Wherever you are, press foot and leg into each other. Draw that left hip back into the socket and open your left knee actively behind you. Now, hands can come to the heart, or maybe you get a little weird with it. I don't know what song is on your playlist right now, but I hope it's Willow. She's my favorite to get weird with. Good. Maybe you just close your eyes and challenge your balance. How can we just invite a little more joy into our lives? We take ourselves so seriously all the time. But you know, things can be light if we let them. Especially this. Being focused doesn't necessarily mean you have to be serious. You can be focused and still find joy and celebration. If you're having a conversation with your best friend in the world and they're telling you about something they really love, right? You're focused on them, but you're still there with them. You're still celebrating it and finding joy in that. So can this practice be a conversation with your body the same way you would talk to your best friend. Allow yourself to laugh. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. From your tree pose. Let's release that foot down. Wiggle the knees out, pedal the ankles out because we love ourselves. Final push, all right? This is it, just a couple of challenging poses, then we cool things down. Take your right heel towards your butt cheek. We're standing on the left leg. Transition through your warrior 3. We reach the heart forward and then land into the ball of the right foot for your high lunge. Arms up, knit the ribs in, and exhale, warrior 2. Seal down, open up. Make sure you're not sassing the hip back. Draw it in, knit together. Commit to the bend in your front knee. Make sure you're actively driving that left knee open and pressing through the right pinky toe, finding 2 external rotations. Energize finger to finger and look with laser focus over that front finger for just a couple breaths. Shoulders sliding down the back. Little reach forward, inhale. Side angle, exhale. Forearm to thigh, top arm to the sky. Again, make sure we're not using that arm as a resting point, dumping into that shoulder. Press arm and leg into each other. Spiral that left rib cage open here. There should be little to no weight in that left elbow. Still pressing through both feet. Good. Inhale, look down. You're going to reach that left hand forward. You can take your right hand to your hip if you'd like. Start to draw your weight to your left foot. That right toe is going to give a little drag. Float the right leg for your half moon. Hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. Flex your right heel. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you draw the heel toward the butt. Gripping for the foot, giving a little pull for a variation. No pressure to go there. It's just an option. You can be wherever you want to be, right? There's a lot of different ways to do these poses. Take your time. We meet in a warrior 2. Literally no rush. From your warrior 2, flip it, reverse it, peaceful. Finding height through the rib cage. Take a big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel to flow. Perhaps it's a one-legged flow. We meet in downward facing dog to begin our cool down. Yes, my friends, I'm actually going to come this way because it'll make more sense. From down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, half pigeon. Right knee behind the right wrist. Right ankle behind the left wrist. Left toes untuck. Ankle, knee, and hip forming a straight line. Hips squaring forward. Start tall and proud. Take a big inhale, puff the chest. And on the exhale, begin to fold forward. Walking down to your forearms. Focus the breath to the lowest point in your belly. Unclench your jaw. Allow the breath to slow and steady. Sink deeper on the exhale. Full breath cycle here. On an inhale, begin to walk up to your hands. Stay with me here. Start to turn towards your left. We're going to drop that left hip point to the ground. So now we're just facing forward, right? My left leg's extended long. My right knee is still bent. The sole of the right foot is inside the left leg. Arms up on the inhale. Get both sit bones down on the mat. Turn to face your left foot. And exhale to reach for the foot. If you can't quite reach it, just bend your knee until you can. hold here, but walk your left hand to the ball of your left foot. So we're gripping the inside of the foot, the left thumb is facing toward the ground. We're going to press hand and foot into each other to roll the left rib cage open. We're going to reach the right arm overhead and plug the shoulder into the socket. Now we're breathing into the right side body. On the inhale, let's come on up. Plant your right hand back behind you. Take your left arm up and let's come into a stargazer. So we're going to come onto that shin and then reach overhead. So you can see how this is a little bit different than the stargazer we were working with earlier, but it's still similar. Good. On the exhale, just lower your hips back down to take a seat. Now from here, we're coming into half pigeon on our left side. So I'm simply going to turn to face my left leg. I'm going to take the shin parallel to the mat, take my right leg behind me, boop, and then flip on over, right? Look over my right shoulder, ankle, knee, hip, straight line, dope. Hips square forward, cool. Puff the chest, big inhale. And then the exhale surrenders down. This side could be different, so just listen to it. Give it what it needs and try not to judge your body. It's doing its best. Unclench your jaw. Full breath cycle. On the inhale, use your hands to press yourself up. Start to turn your torso toward the right as you drop your right sit bone to the ground. Right toes flexing up. Both sit bones down, arms up, inhale. Turn to face your right foot, and then exhale to reach for the foot. Bending the knee if you can't quite reach. Now take your right hand to the ball of your right foot, so we're rotating the thumb to face toward the ground, gripping the inside of the foot. Press hand and foot into each other to roll the right ribcage open, and then reach the left arm overhead. Focus the breath into the left side. Inhale to come up, plant your left hand behind you, take your right arm high, and then find a stargazer. We're coming onto that left shin, pointing through the right toes. And exhale to lower the hips back down. Good. Let's stay here. Bring the soles of the feet together, the knees wide like a butterfly, Baddha Konasana. Feet only come as far and as comfortable. There's no need to force it, right? A few options for you here. The first one is to interlace your fingers. Grip around your toes. Get tall. Then you can press your elbows into your legs or hook them around your shins. right? So that's kind of assisting yourself to go deeper into this. Focus the breath to the low belly. Another option is to put absolutely no weight onto the legs and only allow yourself to go as far as your body naturally goes. And then if you've been doing this for a while and you want to take it a little further than you normally do, lift the legs up a little bit and slide your arms underneath your legs so that your forearms and palms are flat on the mat. So just a few different options to explore this stretch. Wherever you are, can you breathe into the pelvis? Full breath cycle. Good. On the inhale, slowly start to walk up. Let's extend both legs long and wide. We just have a couple more stretches before we rest. 2. V for victory with the legs. Both sit bones down, arms up, knit the ribs in. So start nice and proud here. If you don't like this, I want you to know that I don't either, okay? But we have to go those uncomfortable places sometimes. How do we approach it? So kind of like we did earlier, palms are facing in. You have a present and you really want to give it to someone, but they're 6 feet away from you. Get tall, get strong through your core, take an inhale. Exhale, try to give them the present. Hold here. Inhale, lengthen, strengthen. Exhale, try a little harder. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, reach, please take it. Then maybe you hold right here. Hands coming down. I'm going to grip my toes today to give myself just a little assistance because this pose does not come naturally for my body. Again, you can bend your knees. On your next inhale, use your hands to walk yourself back up. Carefully guide your knees together. Take a seated fold with both legs together. Toes flexing up. Again, you can always bend your knees. Arms up on the inhale, draw out of the ribs. Exhale to reach for the toes. Inhales, draw the navel in, lengthen, lift. Exhales, fold. It's like a wave. Full breath cycle. The inhale slowly rolls up. On the exhale, come to lay down on your back. Once you are on your back, take your knees to your chest, little squeeze. And we'll take a happy baby before closing out today. Grab the soles of your feet, flex feet into hands, draw the knees toward the armpits, and find some final moments of play. Rock it around. Straighten out your legs. Pull your toes overhead. Flutter your lips out. Just do it. Why? Because it's just a happy baby, y'all. It's not that serious. Now from your happy baby, draw your feet together. Draw your knees together. Wrap your forearms around your shins and pull your forehead in to meet your knees. Give yourself a big tight squeeze. Show yourself some genuine gratitude for showing up for yourself today. Take your biggest inhale of your day. Squeeze tight. And exhale, Shavasana, final rest. Let your arms and legs go long. Let your toes just fall out wide, eyelids closed. Return to your natural breath. Yogis, we are going to rest here together for a few moments today. Please do not skip this part of practice. It's so important. If you're using the playlist I made for you, you can use either of the last two songs for Shavasana. Wherever you are, settle in. Relax the muscles in your face. Unclench your jaw. Soften your neck. Allow your shoulders to relax and grow heavier. Allow your thighs to release. Your hips ground you down. Rest easy in stillness here. I will guide you out of this in a few moments. Yogis, I want to encourage you to rest here as long as you need to. However, if you are ready to seal practice out and would like to do that together, begin to pull your focus back in. Take some little wiggles of your fingers and toes. Let those grow as they turn into circles of the wrists and ankles. Reach your arms overhead for a nice big good morning stretch. Lengthen the spine. Invite some new life in. And on an exhale, just roll onto one side. If possible, keep your eyes closed. On the inhale, gently press up to a seat. Tall spine. Inhale to take your arms overhead, palms gather. Exhale, hands to heart in a gesture of gratitude. Now, yogis, I want to encourage you to stay here for a moment. Sitting a little longer with this connection to your breath and body. Take this opportunity, perhaps, to return to the intention you set. You know, it's so easy to focus on and be overwhelmed by all of the negative things in our life. Those things are so big, especially collectively at this moment. The thing is we have to continue to invite joy and celebration into our lives. So if we only ever look at the bad, it's just going to grow. So something I do when I'm feeling overwhelmed, anxious, angry, is I make a conscious choice to take a step back, to take a few intentional, very deep breaths, and to flip my perspective, to name out loud a few things that I'm grateful for. By the time I get to the end of that list, I'm usually not so upset. So I ask you today, how do you invite a little more joy into your life? Just for today, just for this moment. What can you celebrate? Let's take a breath together. Deep inhale. Big open mouth exhale. Now, as always, the light in me honors, acknowledges, loves, and celebrates that same light in me. Namaste. Beautiful work, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said earlier, this is really just a huge joy for me. It means so much to be able to continue to connect and build community right now. Again, my name is Anna MC. You can find me at the.anna.mc on Instagram. Have a beautiful day, friends.